Welcome back to Let's Talk Harlingen. I'm Mayor Norma Sepulveda.
And I'm Cassandra Concilio.
We're here to keep you updated, informed, and connected to your city.
Let's get into it.
And in 3, 2, 1.
Hey, Harlingen, we're back for episode 104. Hey, Mayor, how are you?
I am doing fantastic. It's a great day in the city of Harlingen. How are you?
I am good. I'm inside, so I'm pretty cool right now. We're not in 100 degrees, and I'm so cold actually with this air conditioning.
I know it is really cold, but that is deceiving because it's like 1,000 degrees outside right now. I will tell you, there is just a lot going on right now here in Harlingen. This morning, as a matter of fact, talking about the weather, I learned that the city of Harlingen, of course, puts on this really cool program. All the cities do. And so my son runs track for the city of Harlingen
Yeah.
for their summer program. And last weekend and the weekend before that, it was brutal. Like, I think I have tan lines everywhere from different types of, tank tops to shirts to dresses and things like that. And so finally, I think all the parents were probably, I didn't complain, but maybe other parents did. And they changed it from afternoons to morning. So now the kids get on the bus at 5 o'clock in the morning
Oh, wow.
so that they can head out to, I think they're in Hidalgo County today, to be done by noon. So that way they're not dying of heat. So that's how bad it is. So hot outside. But I'm glad that, the track program went ahead and
Change the
changed
times.
the time.
So
Yeah.
the summer track program, like anybody can join, like HISD students?
Yeah, so there's some really, really fast kids. And so they've got City of Harlingen, I know participates, Edinburgh, McAllen. There's like a team called All Valley or something like that. I don't know. And so it all the communities, and they wear their little Harlingen shirts. It's super cute. And so they have little kids like 5 years old running all the way to seniors. And so it's a great
Oh,
experience.
so it's like, and they have track meets throughout the summer.
Yes, it's really short. It's really short.
Awesome. Well, and yesterday we had our coffee with the mayor, and I drank 3 cups of coffee. So I was like on level 100 the whole day. But
Yes.
the coffee was delicious. It was Southern Roast coffee, and we learned a lot about the community center.
Yes, yes. I also had 3 cups of coffee, iced and hot, and more iced.
Coffee
But yes,
competition, is that what it is?
yes, yes. I had more than you. No, but seriously, it was delicious. We thank them for always contributing and always
Yes.
being there for the community. But yeah, it was a great event. We talked about all of the different recreational type of classes that we have here at the City of Harlingen, and even I don't know if you know this, but when we wrapped up the Southern Rose, it's like a husband and wife
Aw.
duo. They're super cute. They stick around and they did a spin class.
I love that. You see, like, you do not have to like sign up early. You don't have to pay anything. You just literally show up. You could have been there by accident. You could have been driving by and seeing cars there and say, "Hey, I'm going to stop in."
Yeah.
And I love that. I'm so proud of Southern Rose. We did not stay and do spin class, but maybe next time we can ask for special permission to do
Maybe.
it. So, well, I love that spin class. And Delma and I have actually tried a couple of the classes, and we were sweating. I'll tell you that. So it's
Yeah.
been fun. But today we're really going to dive into parks, pools, and recreation. So this is our first episode in a series of all of the departments for the city of Harlingen. A lot of people understand like, oh, City Hall, but we have so many departments in the city that actually
Right.
come together to make everything run. And one that is really prominent during the summertime is a parks program, right? So that it's parks and recreation. So they take care of basically all the parks that we have, and they put on programs like your son's track program for the children in the community of Harlingen. And we are going to have a guest a little bit later on, but I think this is a really exciting department because they're out in like the community a lot. They're not just sitting at a desk. And we're going to dive in a little bit deeper into the parks department.
Yeah, I think that's great, and it's good that the community gets to really take kind of a tour of
Yeah.
all of the different departments and learn who works behind the scenes because they do work really, really hard, and it's important for us to highlight that, and then also to share with our viewers what's available, what's available. For example, I don't know if our viewers know that the city of Harlingen has over 612 acres of parkland. Isn't that incredible?
It
Like, just
really
think about
is.
that. 612 acres of parkland right here in the city of Harlingen and 26 different parks.
That's amazing because it is the most green space that any city has
Yes.
in the city in the lower Rio Grande Valley. And it is just for our community. And you can run, you can skateboard at some, you can exercise. There's exercise equipment at some of the parks.
Yeah.
There's free pools, there's tennis courts, there is now pickleball courts. There are tons of free activities that you could do in all of our beautiful green parks in 612 acres. So if anybody's child says there's nothing to do, say actually there's
Go clean your room. Go clean
612
your room.
acres of park space and you can mow. I'm just joking. The Parks Department takes care of that. There's 26 parks. And
Yes.
I mean, 26 parks. I think I should get started today and check out every single one, and then it'll be like a month of parks, me checking them out. But yes, we're gonna have our guest,
That's a
Christina
good
Mandela.
idea.
She's in the recreations department, and we're gonna ask her all of the fun stuff. So coming up is the interview with Christina Mendiola.
Sounds good.
So out of the 26 parks, Mayor, tell me what's your favorite one?
That's a hard one because there's several. But if I had to choose, I would say, thinking as a mom
Yeah.
and the park that has something for everyone, I would probably say Arroyo Park. And I'll tell you why. Yesterday, I went to the community center. I played some pickleball. My son calls me and he says, "Mom, is it okay if I play basketball while Dad rides the trails?" So my kids, all of them are really
Outdoorsy guys.
outdoorsy, adrenaline junkie kind of. My husband, at least, right? It changes with age, but right now he's hitting the trails, which is fantastic. And we have the best trails in the valley. I will
Yes, we
tell you. I
do.
will tell you that hands down. But yesterday, my son got to play basketball.
Mhm.
My husband's out on the trail, and I was at the community center playing pickleball. So we all got to do something. And when we go to the Arroyo Park, and I'm able to go with them, there's also people working out because there's like
Mhm.
kind of equipment for you to work out also. And there's really just an opportunity to kind of just chill and relax too if you want to do that. There's benches, and you can go for a nice leisurely walk as well. So I think Royal Park for me is probably one of the best ones. And now with the addition of that pump track, there's a ton of kids having such a great time. So I just, we're going to continue to do more improvements on that park, and I think it's coming along nicely, but there's a lot more in store for that park.
I wonder if there's an age limit for the pump track because I feel like it would just be like,
No.
I don't know. Essentially, the pump track is like it's a circular, like up and down
Yes.
kind of. It's really you just go on your bike and you just go. Like you don't need to do anything else, but just go essentially.
There's little kids and then there's adults.
Adults.
There's adults. And yeah, definitely they just, I highly
Encourage a
encourage
helmet.
a helmet. Yes.
Mom.
But yes. I know the first day that it opened, I was like, "Oh, we're the parents," and then of course parents came and said, "Hey, maybe don't do that." But yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it is a place for all ages to have a good time. And yes, it is kind of just
Go.
kind of going up and
Do your thing.
down. Yes, and Harlingen, I will say, it was the first city in the Rio Grande Valley to have a pump track south of
Nice.
San Antonio, I believe.
I love that. Well, I like going to Hugh Ramsey Park because it's right off of the loop. And when you can park and you go inside, you're not off the loop anymore. Like you are in nature.
Yes.
And you are literally, there's tons of birds. There is a lot animals. There's little creeks. There's little like water features. They have benches. They have shade. You don't feel like you're in Harlingen when you're in this little Hugh Ramsey Nature Park. And I personally, one time, I took a magazine writer there on a tour. And there was people with binoculars and there was birds. There was like a cardinal there. And I was like, oh my God, yeah, this is every day. Duh. Hello.
Always.
Don't you think? But it was great because exactly what I tell people, yes, go in there, check out the birds, check out all this nature was happening while the writer was there. So it was great. We had a great write up on that. I loved
love
it.
it.
But so I really like Hugh Ramsey Nature Park for that reason. And we also have the all-inclusive parks.
This is
And
true.
and I really like those all-inclusive parks because I feel like my kids are very safe on those,
Hmm.
and they have the AstroTurf and they're safe and they're great. And there's a lot of parks for them to choose from. So we're gonna let all the parents, make your decision on which one you're gonna go to, but go, right? Like just get out and explore what we have from the community center, from the parks, like all those things, just go and check them out. Like there
Absolutely.
you don't have to pay anything. You don't like everything is there and all the information is available. And we actually have somebody that's knows all about it. Tell us who's going to join us and tell us.
We do. And people are probably like, what is she doing with those little cards? These are the coolest things. And because they kind of keep me on track. But, I am I'm always going off script and I can't find it. So we're just going to put these down and we're just going to have an awesome conversation. And I'm super excited because one of my favorite people in the city is joining us here today. And so I want to welcome Christina Mendiola from the Recreational Division in the city of Harlingen. Welcome, Christina, to Let's Talk Harlingen.
Thank you guys for having us. We're so excited to be here to talk about everything Parks and Rec because we got a lot going on and we want the community to know what's happening so they can come out and enjoy it too.
Yeah. So what department are you? Are you in Parks Department or are you in Recs Department?
So Parks, I guess we're Parks and Rec.
You're
but
both.
I'm more involved with the recreation part.
Yeah.
So anything we have as far as like community, big community events, small community events, especially like anything we see like Halloween, Christmas.
You guys put all those on.
Yeah,
That's
movies at the park,
awesome.
stuff like that. And so that's my part.
Awesome. And is it like the show Parks and Rec?
Believe it or not, yes, it is absolutely like that. We kind of have a running joke in the parks department. So we get a lot of phone calls and stuff like that. But there's a really funny part in Parks and Rec where it says somebody comes in and says, "I was at your park and I found a sandwich, but there was no mayo in it." And I'm like, "Yes, there's something. Somebody will come and say
They
something."
always drop a line from
There's
that.
something, yeah.
That's awesome. Do we encourage or do we not encourage? the
Do not
community?
eat a sandwich at the park. I do not encourage that at all.
But what if it does have mayo? Can you eat it then?
You want
Definitely.
to.
It's at your own risk. Is
Yes.
what we're gonna put. Awesome. Well, I mean, you guys have been doing a great job, and the Parks and Rec team puts on, like you said, movies in the park, Halloween,
Christmas.
Christmas,
St. Patrick's
awesome.
Day.
Every holiday you can
yes,
think
pretty much
of?
any holiday you can think of.
You like
we'll
celebrating?
wear
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Do you
definitely.
dress up like full gear?
I do not. I'm not
Oh.
a dress. I don't dress up. I do not.
Well, maybe we can get somebody who does,
Yes,
an
that's-
intern or something. During the summer, do you guys have like extra classes for kids, or it's called a summer playground or program?
Yeah, it's
or?
a summer playground program. It's typically what you would think a summer camp is.
Mhm.
So it's about 8 weeks long, and we're so excited because we have a partnership with HCISD. So they let us have their facilities to house our kiddos for when they're on campus, and then somewhere to come back. And then the really great thing is that we also partner with their nutrition department.
Oh,
So
wow.
they have breakfast and lunch for the kids as well. So it works
Oh,
out perfectly.
That's a great program to participate in.
Yeah. So are they all ages? And
So we take from kinder all the way to 6.
Oh, that's
So
great.
it's a pretty wide range of kiddos that we take in, and we love it. We get about, just like our other summer camps like track, we open it up and the spots are gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know Ethan participates in track.
yes, now we're renaming my kid to Ethan. It's Evan.
I'm sorry.
Evan. Because if he's watching, he's going to be very upset
I'm
about
sorry,
that.
Ethan,
no, but
Evan.
Evan participates, and I know I've called you a few times on the track program, and you guys do such a great job. One of the things I'm hoping to do maybe next year, I know we talked about, is having more of those meets in Harlingen, because for Cameron County parents, there's a lot of traveling to the Upper Valley, which is great, but it gets especially when those games run really really late. But it's such a wonderful opportunity for kids to meet other kids. I know that it's important for our kids to just be well rounded and to meet other kids in the community. And so I think sometimes our kids go to the same school all through elementary, then they go to middle school, and they get to high school, and that's kind of when they meet all these other individuals. But this is where they're fostering those relationships and friendships. It's super cute because they meet people from all over the valley, and also different schools, and so they develop these friendships. And now with digital media and stuff, they can stay connected.
Yeah, that would be awesome if we could bring that track meet or the just kind of one of those competitions here in Harlingen so we could have a chance to showcase. I know last year we were excited because Brownsville had it. They had
Right.
their games there. And so yeah, definitely it would be great to have
More
Harlingen
meets
host one.
here
Oh yeah,
in
absolutely.
Harlingen. So it's just track. And then is there any swimming this year?
So we have our pools open. I know everybody in the community was super excited that we got the pools going, and that's just a testament to our new director, Daniel Diaz. He's really pushed us forward. He's really paving the way for just a new, just kind of new things for the department, and that was one of the things he pushed out a lot was we needed to get those pools ready for the community. So we're really excited because we got Pendleton going, of course, for lap swimming. We also have a free aquatic hit class that happens there, and then public swim, and then we got the splash pad up and running at Lonty Hill, and then the actual pool is up and running. So yeah, it's got tons of opportunity for the community to come out and enjoy that. Cool
So
off a
if
little
you go
bit.
to the pool, is it free or do they need to pay?
So it's $1,
Okay.
and actually, if you're a veteran or active military, you get it for free.
Oh, those are great perks.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
$1, or if you're a veteran or active military, free.
Yes.
So that's really, I think thoughtful of you for it to be $1, so everybody can really participate in the program. And they have like bathrooms and changing areas there.
Mhm. Yeah,
Great.
so bathrooms, changing areas. I know Pendleton has lockers, so if you want to
Oh,
put your stuff
okay.
away, and then of course the little shower area too as well. So yeah, we got a lot of nice amenities out there.
There's pools, there's parks, there's a lot of green space, right?
Yes.
So there's things for you guys to do. And is there anything new coming? Is there something like you want to tell us?
So we do have our last movies at the parks gonna happen this month on the 18th. We're excited about it. We're gonna be showing Little Giants. It's an
Hey,
oldie but a
that's
goodie.
fun.
And I got a chance to talk to one of the semi-pro women's football team. They're like full
Nice.
contact. They're gonna come
Yeah.
out, take pictures, sign autographs, and kind of
And when's
interact with the community.
this?
This is
When?
July 18th, Friday at Lonsey Hill at 6 p.m.
And free.
Free, absolutely for free.
And so there's like vendors and stuff like that.
Yeah, we'll have food vendors. We'll be giving away Parks and Rec will be doing free popcorn.
Nice.
So
Sign me up.
yeah, we'll be out there. It was fun. The last one we had was the Iron Giant. We had a pretty good crowd out there, and we had some robotics out there, so it was really cool. So we're hoping that the community will come out again.
So tell us the date again.
It's Friday, July 18th.
Okay. And so what do families need to bring? Do they bring lawn chairs, or is there seating, or how does all that work?
Yeah, so it's out on Lonty Hill. So we do encourage everybody to bring, blankets or lawn chairs. I know last time we had people like bring on full out picnic baskets and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
totally encourage that as well.
I love that.
Awesome.
Something for the whole family to do.
Definitely. And then there's also there's a new little track in that park also, right?
Yes. So that's funny that you mentioned that. So the last time we had movies at the park, there was a family who was walking around there, and she's like, my kids are going to watch, but I'm going to go ahead
I'm
and
gonna walk.
I'm going to take my laps around.
That's
I was
I got
like,
exercise.
yeah,
She said.
perfect. Yeah. So she got a twofer. Kids are watching a movie, and she got a chance to go work out.
I love
Nice.
that. And I think that's kind of the vision of this commission, right? Is to make sure that there is a park near every home, right? That's a long-term vision that here in the city of Harlingen, no matter where you live, there can be a green space near you and one for all of the family. So the kids can be doing one thing, parents can be doing another, and all ages,
Yeah.
right? Maybe kids playing basketball and then others on the playground. And so it's another step into that goal, right? Into that
Yeah.
mission. So just I want to go back a little bit just for the swimming pools because it's it's
Mhm.
summer and it's hot. Can you just tell our viewers how many pools we have here in Harlingen and where they're located in the city so that they know what's closest to them?
So we have the three. There's two outdoors. The outdoor one at Victor Park, and then we have the one at Lonsey Hill. Those are the two outdoor ones. And then our indoor one, which is at Pendleton Pool. Right now they're still working on Victor, but they're
We're close.
yeah, we're close. We're getting close on that one. But we do have Lonsey Hill Pool, which is open to the public. That one's open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Wednesdays, we use it for cleaning, so that way they can prep it for the rest of the week. And then we have Pendleton, which is open all week, actually. So that one is open as early as 6 a.m. for all those fanatics who go out there and
I
And
do
there's
love
lap swimming.
lifeguards, right?
Yes, so
They're
they're fully
lifeguards.
staffed, ready for the public to come in. But yeah, so they're up and running. Victor's is the one that they're really focusing on right now, so we can get that one ready.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
That is.
At Pendleton, I know it's the HEB Tennis Center. Do you know how many courts they have out
They
there?
have
Oh
18.
my gosh.
Yeah, and they're lit and they're always busy.
And there's classes?
So our tennis pro Ram, he's done
Award winning.
award winning. Yeah, that's right. Award winning tennis pro. He's done a fantastic job running that. He's got summer camps, he's got leagues running out of there, he's got tournaments. So yeah, Ram's doing a fantastic job out there.
So, what about kids that have no experience with tennis? Can they go out there and have a good
Yes.
time?
Yeah, absolutely. So even they have instructors out
Yes.
there. So you can get anywhere from like private lessons to group lessons. So yeah, it's all out there
There's
for
something for everybody at the HEB Tennis Center.
Yes,
And there's
absolutely.
also a playground there.
Mhm.
And there's a pool.
Yes.
And
And
a
a
lot of green space.
walking
And a walking
trail.
trail.
And
So-
some exercise equipment out there too.
Oh.
So, speaking of Pendleton, we got a grant from Texas Parks and Wildlife to build a recreational center,
Yes.
full blown indoor rec space for the community, and it's going to be there at Pendleton. What do you think that's going to do for the community? Since you live this day in day out, what do you think that this is going to be able to? How's it going to fill the gap?
I think it's huge. I mean, we hear all the time from the community that they want their own facility, and they're like, well, we have all these classes, how could we maximize that, right? And having the like a really legitimate rec center is huge for the city. So we can, expand our programming so much, add more classes, give more opportunity for families. Is right now, we have classes as early as 8 in the morning all the way to 9 p.m. But we could expand that so much more for the working people. So we have classes in the evening, as well, so that we're not just having, one space. I love the community center. It's kind of limited though, but
Right.
we love that we have that opportunity. But having a rec center for Harlingen, that's fantastic. The community is going to be excited about that.
And do we
I'm
have
excited.
when they're going to start building? Or do we have plans?
I know
Where are
there
we
was
timeline
renderings.
wise?
I know there was renderings. I'm not quite sure on the timeline at the moment, but I
Yeah.
know that we've had meetings with the community and that we showed them renderings and stuff like that, and just kind of wanted to get their input on what they wanted to see as far as programming or even the rendering of the facility.
Like what it looks like, what they kind of want to have there, that
Yeah.
that
Right.
style.
I know one of the big things is the commercial kitchen, that there'll be a commercial
Yes.
kitchen in
Oh,
there for
really?
nutrition classes. Yeah, so it's gonna be all inclusive. It's I would really like for it to be somewhat of like a YMCA for Harlingen. So that way
It's well deserved
it
and
is,
needed.
yeah. Everyone has something that they can just access to specific types of programming, classes, fitness, nutrition. Like check all the boxes, especially since where we're at in South Texas, and there's all this great food, which
Yeah.
leads to the prevalence of diabetes and things like that. So I know you work really closely with UT and also Texas A&M in
Mhm.
regards to those types of classes. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we have a partnership with UTH and the UT School of Public Health in Houston. We have a partnership with them. It's called Tu Salud Si Cuenta. It's Your Health Matters, and this is the way that the city has partnered with them to provide all of these free classes to the community. And I love to tout this. I'm not like a very showy person, but I will brag about this because I saw it when we were 4 classes.
Yeah.
We're just 4 classes: a Zumba, Pilates, a yoga, and I can't remember what else. We have 16 classes. We are the largest program in the Lower Valley. So I love to brag about that. And just kind of to go back, the first time, I just want to say, the first time I met Mayor, she said that she wanted part of her legacy to be the rec center, and to see this kind of come to fruition is like that's amazing. So really kudos to you, Mayor, for
Thank
allowing
you.
this to come to fruition, for us to see all this. And kind of to circle back on that, yeah, like Harlingen has grown so much as far as like health and wellness. So that's, the community can see that that's at the forefront of, the mayor, the commission, that they're really pushing this forward. And so, like I said, we have classes as early as 8 in the morning all the way to 9 o'clock, from yoga, Pilates, TRX, indoor spin, aerobic step, circuit boxing, weight training, you name it, and we got it.
And free.
And for free, yeah.
and no monthly payment and no contract,
Right.
which is
Right.
like just pop in,
No
learn something new.
excuses.
No
No
excuses.
excuses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. And
That's
all of
awesome.
this information, you have it on your Facebook, or where do you like? So somebody says, "Hey, they talked about this class. I want to learn more." Where do they go?
So we post all of our information on our Facebook page and our Instagram. So Facebook, it's Harlingen Parks and Recreation, and our Instagram is Harlingen Parks, all lowercase.
Oh, awesome. So it's on Facebook. I know everybody here is on that. So
Yeah.
they could, check it out and it'll be great. So thank you, Christina, so
Yeah.
much for joining us. And, we love learning about it, and we love
Yes.
learning about the rec center that's going to happen. And thank you so much.
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
appreciate you so much, and hopefully you'll come back and visit us again when you've got more info to share on the rec center and all the wonderful events that you're having.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime. Happy to share.
Awesome.
All right. And so this was the one first in the series of talking about all of the departments.
Right.
Next up, we're going to be talking about another department in the city of Harlingen, and we're going to deep dive into those. And, we can't wait to tell all the community about which one we're going to talk about. So you have to stay tuned, follow us on Facebook, and
Right.
to get more information.
So yes, but before we
Yeah,
before we wrap up, and of course, I'm so excited, for this episode and for the episodes to come. But at the closing, we have a segment called Ask Harlingen.
Yes.
Do we have any questions? Did we get any questions?
Ask Harlingen questions.
We don't have any questions for this episode. However, in the last episode, you guys did talk about shopping and how important it is for our local economy to shop
Yes.
local. Just out of curiosity, I know some people were in our Facebook comments asking, where do you guys shop and where are your favorite places to go for yourselves and or for your husband?
Oh my goodness.
I can take it. All
right. Okay.
The number one, I was
Yeah,
ready to answer
you're
the
right.
question. I love going to Citas. I think they have super cute stuff. And right next door, they have bull riders. So if you want to go
Yes.
get something for yourself, something cute, and then, I got to get something for the rest of my family, you can hop on over there. And also, since we work downtown, I can walk over to Lux and especially be like, hey, what do y'all have new over here? So I definitely hit those two places up all the time, and that's what keeps me looking cute in the city of Harlingen.
I absolutely love it. Yeah, I think there's something for everyone. For those that say that there's nowhere to shop in Harlingen, I think that they're really just they're not looking around, because everywhere I look, there is a new small business that's opening up. And from, boutiques to restaurants to just little specialty type stores. But I will say, I love to shop local. I know we've got KK's, and I know we've got downtown little boutiques.
Yes, there's a lot of stores downtown that you can also pop into.
And there's a new store that I walked into the other day called Texas Chic, I think, which is super cute. But also, we got to remember, when we're talking about sales tax, it's the local small mom and pops and all stores. And so one of the things that I'm really excited about that we have here in Harlingen that we didn't always have is Academy. Being a mom of a boy that plays multiple sports, I don't have to drive to Westlaco to go to Academy anymore, or to Brownsville. Here, you can, shop for mom, dad, boys, girls, everything. And all of that sales tax is going to help our economy. And especially if you have a husband like mine that fishes, we've got Hook, Line, and Sinker, which is a specialty store for fishing. They are phenomenal, and they're doing such a great job. They've been here for years, and they just moved out of their small store into a bigger spot. So I think there is a ton to shop here, and we could probably have a whole episode. But what we can do is, once we wrap up with all of the different departments, maybe
Yes.
we can bring some of those small businesses so that they can talk about what they've got to offer in the community.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. And people could still email us. It's called Let's Talk Harlingen at harlingentx.gov. They can email us questions because we want to hear from you.
Absolutely. We love hearing from Edgar, who is behind the scenes and is always engaged in giving us these questions. But we do want to hear from the community. So yes, email Cassandra. It goes
Yes.
to her desktop, and maybe we'll answer your question next. That's it for this episode of Let's Talk Harlingen.
If you like what you heard today, make sure to subscribe on our YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts.
We've got more conversations coming your way.
Let's talk again soon, Harlingen.